Thanks for tuning into the BSN Avalanche Weekly Breakdown presented by Piper Electric.
Are you in need of an electrician and don't know who to trust? Well, Piper Electric should be your first call. They're fairly priced, trustworthy, dependable, and have been your hometown electrician for over 35 years. If you use the promo code BSN, you will get $25 off your next service call.
I'm Allie Monroy, and with me is BSN Avalanche beat writer Adrian Dater. We've got a lot to talk about, so today's video might be a little long, but come on. The Colorado Avalanche are on fire. They beat the Calgary Flames 3-2 in overtime last night and now have a 3-1 series lead in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Adrian, you've covered a lot of hockey in your lifetime.
A lot.
What are your thoughts on the atmosphere at the Pepsi Center these last two games?
Honestly, Allie, I say this with 100% conviction, sincerity. It's been the loudest crowd I've heard since Game 7 of the 2001 finals against New Jersey. That was the night, of course, Ray Bourque got the cup after 22 years. That's a tough game to top, right? But I've heard nothing louder since. I mean, the crowd really made a difference in these two games. The players all say this. They normally won't go out of their way to say the crowd did much of anything, but this time they said it really played a factor in these victories, particularly in Game 4 when it was 2-0. The crowd
wanted it,
urged them back into it, and they started chanting again, "Let's go Avs," because it was a kind of a dead building for a little bit. And the Avs weren't giving them a lot to cheer for. And all of a sudden, that crowd came alive again, and I think so did the team, and they said that it boosted them. So hats off to Avalanche fans out there. It's been tremendous. It's been a seventh man and woman out there, and it's been a real difference. So what can I say? The Avalanche crowd is back.
Well, Cale Makar made his NHL debut Monday night, even scored a goal in the first period of the game. For the week that this kid has had, he had a solid Game 4. What are your thoughts on Cale Makar?
Very solid Game 4. I mean, he didn't score this time, but he came close one time. He had some nice passes. The things you don't always notice about defensemen are, their puck possession statistics. And there's a stat called Corsi, which is basically how long you have the puck as opposed to the other team having the puck. His Corsi last night was 29-4-12 against.
Wow.
So without going into further mud and trying to explain all what Corsi is, it basically means you've got the puck a lot more than the other guys do. And those are good numbers, 29-12. He's made a real difference. I mean, he made a difference in Game 3. It's boosted, it's elevated the crowd. I think everybody was so excited about Makar. We saw the actual head of Cale. We saw an actual head of Cale by a fan last night. So Ryan Konigsberg's video went viral, 200,000 views. Guy holding up the head of Cale, unbelievable. Good on Ryan for getting that. Makar's, more than just an inspirational win-run, Gipper type of presence. He's an actual real deal player. He played 20+ minutes last night. For a guy in his second career in
Bednar hasn't eased him in. He's just gone for it.
No, they need it. I mean, Sam Girard's been out with an injury. They need it. And he's been very good. Very, very good.
Well, the Avs top line has definitely made an impact in this series. Rantanen, McKinnon, and Landy have combined for 14 points through 4 games. What are a few things you've seen from their performance?
Well, first of all, McKinnon really jump-started this team. He took the team on its back in the overtime of Game 2, won that game. And then Game 3, he led the way with those 2 power play goals. And he was just flying out there. I don't think I've ever seen a faster player in a playoff game than Game 3 with McKinnon. Game 4, he was good. Didn't score, but was flying all over the ice again. Didn't seem to have quite the speed of Game 3, but Nathan McKinnon at 9/10 of his speed is still much better than everybody else at 10 out of 10 probably. So he was very good. He created some stuff toward the end of the game, like a lot of Avs players. He started off a little slow, I think, and got better as time went on. And he's been a guy the Flames just haven't been able to handle. Landeskog, Rantanen speaks for themselves. Landy's been snake bit, but he's getting robbed all the time by Mike Smith. But Mikko Rantanen,
coming back from injury,
despite and I don't think he's fully 100% still.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But he's got that one timer, right?
Yeah.
He's got that one timer, as we saw the finisher last night. 2 ends on the finisher. Get your T-shirt now.
This one right here.
Right here. It's been the difference in the series. Their Avalanche's top guys have outplayed Calgary's top guys. Johnny Gaudreau, their top scorer. Don't think I've noticed him much of it all this series. Not over yet. He's got another home game, but
I think they've had 20 shots. They had 20 shots on goal game 4, the top line.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, the Avalanche have thrown so many shots at Mike Smith. It's like he's got, probably PTSD right now. More than 100 shots on goal in 2 games is unbelievable. Those are just shots on goal. Yeah. They've had a lot more shots attempts that are dwarfing the Flames' numbers so far. So that all starts at the top, and they've always been a handful. They are being more of a handful this series.
The Avs have a chance to eliminate the Flames Friday night and secure their first second-round appearance since 2008. What do the Avs need to do to win this game?
Well, first of all, withstand those first 10 minutes on a road game, playoff game. It's very important not to come out like the Flames did in Game 3 here and just sort of get smoked in the first 10 minutes and get that crowd into it. Calgary's crowd is an underrated crowd. They can be very loud and rambunctious too. They're all Westerners up there. They like to have a good time, rodeo and all that stuff. So they're a good crowd. Again, I think it's going to come down to Grubauer again and how well he can withstand that first period onslaught that I think is going to come. If the Avs can be even after one period or just in the game, then I think the Flames are going to tense up a little bit more. It's going to get a little dangerous for them. They know they're one bounce they could be going home. So the first period to me is the key in Game 5. The Avs have had good starts to the series in general, but tomorrow, Game 5 is going to be the desperation game that they're going to have to really stand up and win in a tough way.
Well, we will be having a watch party at Blake Street Tavern, so if you're in the Denver area, be sure to stop by for Game 5 and say hello. Or if you're not, be sure to follow all of our coverage on bsndenver.com. For Adrian Dater, I'm Allie Monroy, BSN Denver.
From residential, commercial, to industrial, Piper Electric can handle all of your electrical needs. Call today and use promo code BSN to get $25 off your next service call. That's 303-647-6765 or go to piperelectric.com.